What's going on, sports fans? I'm Mark Palos. Tonight, we start the sports party on the ice as it was a huge hockey night in Rochester with two rivalry matchups in town, but we'll start at Graham Arena where the Century Panthers hosted the Mayo Spartans. We'll pick it up in the first period. Century up 1-0, but looking to add to their lead. Gavin Gunderson takes the rip. He finds the back of the net. Century's up 2-0. Later in the period, the Panthers would make it a 3-goal lead. Isaiah Huber is out of the frame, but he blasts one in from the blue line. The Panthers are up 3-0. Still in the first, though. The Spartans cut into the deficit. Chandler Dennis coming up here is going to pounce on a loose puck. He scores unassisted. The Spartans cut the Century lead to 2, but the law firm, Lincoln Bielenberg Howarth, wasn't going to let that stand. Later in the period, the Century Ford patiently waits for the opportune moment, tickles the twine. Century is head and shoulders the best team in Rochester. They win this one 7-1. Next, 5 minutes north at the Rec Center, the Rochester Grizzlies hosted the North Iowa Bulls in front of a packed house and a matchup of two of the NA3HL's premier teams. And let's just say the two teams exchanged pleasantries all night long. Second period, Grizz up 2-0. They look to extend their lead in the final seconds of the frame. Andres Bogdanov scores on the redirect to give the Grizz a 3-0 advantage. Then in the third, the Bulls look to make this one a ball game. 15 seconds into the period, Lucas Wallen scores his 24th goal of the year to cut the Grizzlies' lead to 2. But at the end of 3 periods, it was the Grizzlies holding on for a 3-1 win over the rival Bulls to pick up a win on Pink in the Rink night. Now to the girls' side, Class A's 10th-ranked Hutchinson Tigers taking on the Dodge County Wildcats today out in Casson. First period, the Tigers drew first blood in the opening minute. Maddie Seifert comes up with the steal. She lights the lamp. Wildcats down 1-0. Later in the period, same score. The Tigers doubled their advantage. Alex Hantge finds Britta Johnson in front of the cage. She scores. DC now down 2-0, but they got back in the game later in the period. Nevaeh Trehe sneaks it in just inside the post, but is the Tigers escaping with a 3-2 win. Now, from the ice to the hardwood we go, where some of the best teams from Minnesota and Wisconsin met today in lacrosse for the 2020 Breakdown Sports Border Battle. We'll start with the Mayo Spartans, looking to improve to 12-5, taking on a tough Eau Claire North team. Mayo was ready from the jump. Mason Madsen finds Andre Crockett Jr., who switches a deep 3 to set the tone for Sparty early, but Eau Claire North would respond. Future Southern Illinois Saluki Dalton Banks hits the defense with the hezzy. Mayo now up just 1, but Mayo has 2 Division I talents on their team. Here's one of them, Mason Madsen, a 3 from the top of the key. Mayo starting to roll, but he wasn't done yet. Later, he'd connect on another triple, part of his 16-point, 10-assist, 10-rebound triple-double. Then, brother Gabe got hotter than a pot of boiling water, corralling the loose ball and laying it in. Then in the second half, Gabe drives baseline, hits Ricky Reek in the shooting pocket. The big fella drains the triple, but Gabe wasn't done yet. Later in the half, he comes up with a steal, goes coast to coast, lays it in. He had 21 and 8. Mayo wins 93-80. Earlier in the day, the Lake City Tigers picked up a big win against a ranked Wisconsin team. They blew out Brookfield Academy 99-68, breaking the previous school record of 95 that had stood since 1971. Nate Heisey, 37 points, 7 assists, 6 steals, and 5 blocks. He is a ball player. Now,